Hello and welcome to episode 1 of Living with a Mazda MX-5, a new series I'm going to be doing for the YouTube channel, as I now have the Mazda MX-5, of course. As you can see, I'm joined by my good lady today, my wife Patsy. So today's episode is going to be quite a straightforward one. It's going to be all about what my experience has been with the first month of owning the MX-5. Now in truth, I've actually owned it for a month and 2 weeks, so a month and a half. But this is the first opportunity I've really had to shoot a video. So I'm just bumbling around town, not really got anywhere to go, just driving around quite aimlessly, if truth be told. But it's a nice day, so I've got the roof down, of course. My first video with the roof down, which is quite nice. God, I hate mopeds. All that noise and no power. What's the point? What is the point? Yeah, so what was I saying? So yes, it's been the first month and a half of owning the car. So I wanted to talk about what my experience has been like so far, what I'm looking forward to doing in the car, you know, what my plans are with the car, and just sort of have a general ramble, I suppose. So I've covered around almost 1,100 miles, which is what?
How much?
Yeah, I've covered almost 1,100 miles in this, which is not bad in 6 weeks. Not too bad at all. So yeah, you know, I've taken it on various trips. Nothing exciting. I've taken Patsy to the hospital as she had an operation. We took this to the NEC, didn't we, for Autosport International. So it has already racked up quite a few miles already, and the car's not too bad on the motorway actually. It's actually quite comfortable. It's noisy, but other than that, it's not too bad. But yes, what has the car been like for the last month and a half? Well, in truth, it's been absolute magic. It's it's difficult to put into words how much I've enjoyed this car already. For the sensation of driving it, you know, for the way how it drives, for the way how it handles. Apologies if I'm going to be repeating things that I've said from my previous videos. You know, I imagine there's going to be a few cliches in here as well. But like I said, I just wanted to shoot a video to see, to tell you guys what it's been like having the MX-5 for the last month and a half. So it's been absolutely fantastic. Now, there have been 1 or 2 teething problems. Now, you may see that I do have a roof down, which is brilliant because it's quite a nice day. It's a bit cloudy, but it's not too cold, thankfully. But you'll notice that the windows are up. Now, there's 2 reasons for this. The first reason is sound quality. Obviously, I want to try and, you know, not, decrease the amount of wind noise. But the second reason is that window works. As you can see, it works like a dream. However, this window at this moment in time doesn't work. Now, it actually broke this week. I pulled up to a car park, put the window down so I could swipe my access card, and the window went down fine, and then I heard a clunk. I thought, yeah, that doesn't sound too good. So I took the door panel off with the help of a friend. Now, I was hoping that it was just a case of the window had fallen out of its runnings or its cradle or whatever you want to call it, and it's just a case of just popping the window back in. But after quite a bit of swearing and faffing, I discovered this. So yes, that is one of the cables for motors that puts the window up and down. As you can see, get a little bit close, darling. As you can see, it's frayed and snapped. So therefore, at this moment in time, this window doesn't work. But I'm going to take it back to the garage tomorrow to get it fixed. But because it's all the way in Lancing, which is kind of near Worthing, it's south coast, and I am, of course, in South London, it means I'm going to be without the MX-5 for a week, which is probably going to feel like the longest week of my life. But it does mean I will get a decent run out in the Ibiza FR, which I haven't actually driven at all this week. I don't even think I've turned the car over. I had to open the boot to get access to tools to get the store card off, which is not easy, by the way. and that's about it. Yeah, I've barely touched VRB for all week, which is almost unheard of. So I'll be giving that some much needed love next week, as this will be getting repaired in Lancing. The other thing that's not working on this car, almost forgot to mention, is for central locking. So the car does lock, but when you turn the key in one door, it will only lock that door, which is not inconvenient because I can reach the passenger door from here. So that's not too much of an issue, but that is something that also needs to get fixed. So there will be one or two things like this. This is an older car. It's going to be 17 years older this year. It's the oldest car I've owned, which is quite interesting. Even my first car wasn't this old. My first car was a Fiat Punto from 2001. But yes, hopefully those two problems for central locking and the window will be the only real issues I encounter through ownership of the MX-5. But yeah, that's kind of the negative aspects of owning the car so far, but they are rather small negatives. Right, as we're kind of crawling in traffic, which is no fun to anyone, let's discuss what plans I have for the car. Now, as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I'm not looking to modify this in any shape or form. As this is a limited edition, I want to keep it as standard as possible. But that's not to say I'm not going to have some... Oh, that sounded nice. That's not to say I'm not going to have any fun with this car. So next month I'm hoping to take this on a skid pan, because I really want to experience this car going sideways properly in a safe, controlled environment, and I want to be able to find my limits and also the car's limits. So that's something I'm looking forward to doing. What else? I'm still pondering doing a track day in this. Yeah, I haven't quite decided on that one, if truth be told, but if possible, that is something I'd like to do. I would like to take it on a road trip. I'm sure you'd like to do it, wouldn't you, darling?
Yes, indeed.
So yeah, I would quite like to take it on a road trip. Where? I don't know. It's not going to be anywhere too long distance, because the boot is so small, you can't fit much luggage in there, so you do need to be rather conservative when loading the boot, because it's not the biggest boot. I don't know what the capacity is off the top of my head. I think it's around 140 litres, but oh, there's gear in there somewhere, but I may be wrong. So yeah, it's not the biggest boot, but I would like to take it on a road trip, whether that's going to be somewhere like traffic lights, pain in the arse. Is that a GTI?
It is, and why is it just randomly parked half on the pavement, half on the grass?
I don't know, but it's nice though.
And its wing mirrors are tucked in.
Looks like it's been abandoned, but it's a brand new car. Anyway, that aside.
We claim ownership.
Yeah, I'd like to take it to somewhere like Wells, some fantastic roads in Wells, or Lake District. I know it's quite a bit further, but Lake District has got some lovely roads. You know, in the summertime, roof down, blasting down some B roads. What more could you want? So yeah, those are my plans with the car. If there's anything you think I should do with the car, let me know. But like I've already said, I'm not looking to modify this, so sports exhaust or anything like that, no, I'm not going to do that. What's that look for?
I think this would make a really lovely sound if you changed the exhaust.
It would, but
you could always put it back to normal.
I could do, but I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to go through the hassle.
Fair enough.
But that cloud doesn't look too friendly, does it? Oh well.
I'm certainly not jumping out to put the roof on.
But yeah, those are my plans with the car. This series will be running every month. So again, if you have any ideas that you want for the series, any suggestions, any ideas, please let me know. I've already got an idea for next month. Like I say, I'm hoping to take this on a skid pan. So with that in mind, that will be episode 2. But hopefully that all works out well. So yeah, please give me ideas of what you want to see. If there's anything particular you want to see, maybe you're thinking about buying an MX-5, but you don't really want to fully commit, because, you know, as you can probably imagine, this isn't the most practical car going. Although for me, it's fine, because I rarely carry passengers other than Patsy, so we don't have children yet. It's not often I need a big boot, so for the time being this car is fine for me, and that's one of the reasons why I bought it now, because I've always wanted to own an MX-5. Right there.
I'm putting my hood back up.
I've always wanted to own an MX-5, and this seemed like a good time to have one, so that's why I thought, you know what, I'm going to throw caution to the wind and just do it. And yeah, so this series could prove worthwhile for someone that's looking to buy an MX-5. Maybe you watching, you're looking to buy an MX-5, or maybe you have an MX-5, and it's interesting to see what I think of a popular roadster. But yeah, any ideas, guys, give me a shout. But for the time being, I'm just going to bumble about. So in terms of what the car's been like to drive, it's difficult to say how the car is to drive without giving cliches or telling you things you've already heard about Mazda MX-5, because they are wonderful cars to drive. They're nimble, they're light, they're agile. Not the fastest cars going, but
Comfortable.
yeah, actually,
As a passenger, I find this more comfortable than the FR.
well, yeah, this is definitely more comfortable than the Ibiza, because the suspension just seems to soak up bumps a little bit more, and these seats are really nice. These two-tone leather seats are wonderful. They really are comfortable, and I think that's one of the things that strikes me most about the MX-5, is that it's more comfortable than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting it to be a bone shaker, but it's actually quite nice and smooth. And it's not too low either, so you don't have to worry every time you get near speed hump like that. Which makes life a lot easier. It's nothing more annoying or embarrassing than having a car that every time you approach a speed hump, you have to slow down to like 5-10 miles per hour. It just makes you look like a bit of a div, especially when you've got cars behind you. But in this, no problems at all. The Mazda MX-5 is so well known for just being a complete driver's car. The pedals are spaced out nicely. The gearbox is just so nice to use. It's so short and precise with its throws. There's Type R back there. Oh, that's nice.
How did I miss that?
How did you miss that? You love Civic Type Rs.
Turn around, go back.
But yeah, the gearbox is lovely. It's such a pleasure to use. That's M4. Oh, very nice. Don't tell me that's an M3. That's not. I was about to say an M4 and an old M3. That'd be something. Right, I'm getting distracted yet again. But yeah, this car is just set up so nicely.
Oh, look at that pink car, Aaron.
Steering's got a nice weight to it. The gearbox is just pure bliss. Pure bliss. Brakes could be a bit better, but that's only a slight criticism, really. What have been your thoughts so far with owning the car? Obviously you can't drive it, but
You did let me reverse it, and then I suddenly forgot how to drive and stalled it.
yeah, that was an epic fail.
As a passenger's point of view,
Well, yeah, obviously, because you've not driven it. Well, not properly anyway.
it's a very comfortable car. The only thing, obviously, it is a low car, so you have to be a bit of a contortionist the first time to get into it, but
You do, but it's not as bad as the MG Midget I drove last year.
no.
That was difficult to get in and out of.
That you literally had to roll yourself into a ball and just go for it.
And things we're both tall as well, so that made it even harder.
This it's actually got, once you're in there, it's got quite a lot of legroom. I'm always comfortable like in the car. It's nice and snug, so it kind of gives you, I think it gives you more of a, I wouldn't say, kind of like a racing kind of feel. Like you're quite snug and low down, so you feel part of the car. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and from a driver's point of view, the driving position is lovely. Now I can't adjust the steering wheel at all, but I don't need to, because I'm comfortable as I am, even though I'm 6'2", you know, so I'm quite tall. It's finding an easy driving position, well, was easy. So from a driver's point of view, I've got no complaints either. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Like I say, it's just a random sort of ramble about what it's been like owning the MX-5 for a month and a half. So what?
Little black MX-5 in there.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done it already, subscribe. And as I've said, if you've got any ideas for this series, please let me know. I'm open to suggestions. But yeah, until the next time, see you soon, guys. Take care.